Okay, plates. Making plates takes more practice than the other two beginning projects, a bowl or cup. I use really soft clay when I make plates. You're pushing a lot of clay around on the wheel head and you don't want to overexert yourself over and over again. You're pushing this clay outward and it takes some energy. If the clay's too stiff, by the end of 6 plates you're really tired, so it helps to use soft clay. Number 2, this appears to be flat. In actual fact, it's a slight curve, and there's a reason we make it like that. This plate will get soft when it's fired. All our pottery does. When it's at its top temperature, melting the glaze, it gets pliable. What happens is this area, called the flange, will actually drop down a little bit and pull this up. So it's like a seesaw, from the center to the flange. The foot ring below is the thing that acts as the center or the fulcrum. So it's a rocking sort of thing. Anyway, you'll see as we go along here. Now before we actually attach the clay to the wheel head, I'm going to put a bat on the wheel head. A bat is just another plate made of wood, which allows me to lift the plate from the wheel head without distorting it. I'm going to dampen it slightly. That makes the clay stick tightly. Now we're ready to go through the same process we did the last 2 pots. Center it and open it. Now one of the things on a larger piece of clay I tend to do is cone it up a little bit. That helps the centering process, pressing it down. Keep it good and wet and slippery between your hands. Now I'm going to push down with my thumbs, again until I think I'm about a ½ inch away from the wheel head. The next step is to open the plate. I'm going to put my fingertips, holding them tightly together with my elbows tightly braced, pushing down on this piece of clay out here, this ring of thick clay. We don't want to roll it over. We want to spread the plate from the center. As my fingertips approach the rim, I lighten up on the pressure a little bit. That gives me that curve I was looking for. And then compress the clay inward. Now, this is one of the tools that's almost essential for plate making, a rib. Now this is quite a stiff rubber rib, and I'm going to use it at 11 o'clock. Now notice something, I'm not holding it one-handed. My left hand is backing it up. There's quite a pull on this rib from this clay. Okay, that's smoothed the inside of the plate. Now I'm going to create this flange. Right now, it's quite a thick ring out here. I'm going to pull it up a little bit and stretch it outward, kind of tapering it. Fingertips underneath, fingertip inside, fingertip on the top. Now, the little crevice between my fingertips is what forms the top edge of the flange. Now you don't want to make this flange too flat nor too steep, somewhere right in the middle. I brace my hand at the outside beneath the flange and push the rib against the clay. Use a sponge and clean it up. Now this is just a little detail I use. I usually put a little swirl here. It's just something to catch your eye and focus your eye on the center of the plate. Clean everything up. Use my undercutting tool, cut a groove in here, something to catch the wire. Stop the wheel. Stretch the wire tautly between my thumb tips and pull it through. Now, if I'm going to make a whole set of plates, I'm going to use my pointer again. so I know that each plate is going to be virtually the same size and shape.